Hey guys, I'm Lefteen here, and today I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to rank the 12 heroes that I've played in Marvel Champions, and these are them laid out in ABC order, how I organize them. So, I guess people are probably going to be mad at me for no matter where I put anybody. So, leave me your list of your favorite characters and how you think the list will be, and let's get to it. Okay, so also real quick, one thing I wanted to say was just because a character's at number 9 or 10 doesn't mean they're bad. It just is how it worked out with the ranking. But these bottom two, I don't like. So in 12th place, we have Black Panther. I was excited to play Black Panther. I thought it'd be really cool, really fun, really to see how they did the suit. He's obnoxious in this game. He's Thor 2, Attack 2, Defense 2. 11 health is really nice, and being able to get a Black Panther card. But the problem with him is in his cards, you basically need this card to do anything. Now, there are 5 of it, but if you have a 40 card or even a 50 card deck, it's very difficult to get that card, but you need it to be set up. Also, for that card to even be good. So he's very inconsistent and very annoying to play, to get going and stuff. That's why he's in number 12. Number 11 is Groot. He has a lot of the same issues as Black Panther, except this time with stupid growth counters, which are much easier to do instead of trying to draw a specific card, but it's still obnoxious because you want 10, about 9 to 10 every turn. But if he takes damage, the growth counters go away. I mean, Thor 1, Attack 2, and Defense 3, great defense, but if he takes damage, you remove a growth counter, which makes him very annoying to get set up. And you only have 10 for maybe a turn or two, because some of his other cards in his kit remove those growth counters, so he's kind of annoying. So, sorry, Groot. Even though you have 10, also he has 10 health. I forgot to mention that, which makes it feel like he should be way more, he should have like 15, Which, speaking of 15 health, brings us to our next character, She-Hulk. She's really fun. I'm not even going to say that she's bad. She's a great character. It just, I had to list them, and I ended up putting her here. Thor 1, Attack 3, Defense at 2. When you flip to She-Hulk, you deal 2 damage, which is insane. Hand size 4 is her major downsize with 15 hit points. And, recovery 5. Take off threat ain't bad, but that 4 hand size is really what hurts her, is because she has some really good cards. She also has a card that requires 4 to bring in, which is extraordinarily difficult. So that's kind of why she ended up where she is. Great character, just some major downsides, although I guess you can use cards like the Assess Situation up that a bit. Now, from a pretty, big hitter to a tiny little raccoon being Rocket. 9 health, kind of suck. Thor 2, Attack 1, Defense 1, Murder You ability, which is pretty good. I deal excess damage, draw a card. I really like that. You draw cards, discard tech upgrade, draw 2, recovery 3. I wasn't sure about Rocket, but he kind of grew on me. They're playing through the Galaxy Most Wanted. I do enjoy him. I do think he's a little more difficult to play because he's not the strongest fighter, and his health points are a little low, and you can just take massive hits and kind of die with the low defense. But he's really fun. I really do like Rocket. I think he's fun just if you want to go kind of on a killing just getting rid of minions and dealing tons of damage. Rocket's your guy. Who's next? Right. Next, with also 9 hit points, we have Black Widow. I really do like her. Thor 2, Attack 2, Defense 2, great stats. Hand size 5, 9 hit points is her major drawback. Recovery 3, her ability allows you to draw a card when you play a preparation, not bad. And when a preparation ability happens, you deal damage to an enemy. And that's not limited, which is really good because if you get 3 off, you can deal like 3 damage. But the problem is a lot of preparation cards, you would expect, requires you to do a lot of preparation. So you kind of gotta really set up with her, which I would say is the only downside. I do enjoy her. Just I kind of hate the amount of preparation that she's needed. She comes with some great cards in her hero pack as well. But That's my main downside, is the amount of preparation. Her entire kit is just basically preparation. I don't know, maybe I'll play around with her a little bit more and get more into her. Definitely possible. Oh, I guess I forgot to say 10, 9, 8. Number 7, please work with me, is Captain Marvel. She's really fun. If you want to deal a lot of if you want to just go solo and deal a lot of damage, I'd recommend Captain Marvel being one of those characters I would definitely recommend. Thor 2 attack 2 defense of 1. And you can spend energy resource to heal damage. She has 12 health, and has 5, which is great. Recovery of 4, and she allows you to draw a card. Well, select a player and draw a card, but I think she's better in solo than with any other heroes, so that's kind of the problem with her, is if you want to do multiplayer, which I like to play 2-player a lot, but if you're doing solo, this is a character I definitely recommend, is Captain Marvel. She's really fun, really powerful. I mean, with just having 2 of her cards and her kit out, you can deal 15 damage in a turn, which is insane, so she might go higher as well. These two might change a bit. Maybe I should put She-Hulk above Rocket, whatever. Our next one, are we in top 5? No, this is 6. Okay. Is Iron Man. Thor 2, attack 1, defense 1. Hand size of 1. 9 hit points. You get +1 hand size for each tech upgrade you control, which is really easy because he has a lot of tech upgrades. Oh, you get to max 7, but you have a lot of tech upgrades, so in his deck, and some great cards that I really like. And also, you can add tech upgrades through other cards, so it's not that difficult to get going. He's not that difficult to going. Recovery 3. You can look at the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 to your hand, and discard the other ones. Once per round, hand size 6. Basically, I really like Iron Man. He has cards in here that are really good, like Pepper, which can use the resource from whatever the top one in your discard pile. So if you have like Genius with 2, you can just reuse that, which is actually insane. And he can deal a lot of damage really quickly. I feel like he can really go with any aspect. I feel like protection, although protection and aggression are probably his best ones, but he's really good. I really like Iron Man, so he's really fun. That's crooked. Spread these out a bit. To now our top 5. Number 5, we have Scarlet Witch. With Thor 2, attack 1, defense 2, hand size 5, 10 hit points. Her interrupt being when you basically, if you don't like the amount of boost icons on a card, you could just cancel it and draw another one. That's insane. That's really good. If you have like, I know there are some cards, like I know that Spider-Woman has this ability where you can just do that, have them play together and do that. That's insane. Just comes with some great cards as well. Well, I guess other characters do, like Blackwood, like, these do come with some decent ones for, but you know. Recovery 3, alter ego, and you can superpower siblings, discard 2 cards from your hand, draw 2 if Pietro's in play. Really good ability. I mean, 10 health is always great. She has some great cards. She's really fun. You just have to kind of be careful not to discard the encounter deck too much, I found. But she's really fun, really powerful, deal a lot of damage, and is just a very fun character to play. Who's next? Alright, this one kind of sads me being number 4, but I was really thinking about it. Spider-Man. Really want him to be number 1. He's really good. Honestly, him and number 3, you can swap depending on how I feel on the day, kind of. Thor 1, attack 2, defense 3. Spare Sense. When villain attacks you, draw a card. Hand size 5, 10 hit points. Peter Parker, recovery 3, generate a resource once per round, which is really good. Wait, can you do an alter ego? I mean, it's not really that useful, but... and the villain phase, I'm not sure how useful that is, but that's still pretty cool. But yeah, Spider-Man is one of the best starter characters in my opinion. He is very easy to pick up and play. He's very well-rounded and very good. He's a very good character. I feel like Justice is definitely where you want to go with him for a thwart, because he has a low thwart, and you can just really do a lot with him. Still, one of my favorite characters in the game. One of my favorite characters of all time, and one of my favorite characters in the game, sitting at number 4. Did I say she was number 5? Doesn't matter. He's number 4. Number 3. Quicksilver. Thor 1, attack 1. Who is... What was I going to say? Quicksilver. who's a pretty interesting character. Thor 1, attack 1, defense 1. Super speed response after you use one of his basic attacks. Ready him, limit once per phase. Meaning you attack, ready, you attack and then you ready once per phase. Even with the defending. Even if you defend, you can still ready him, which is kind of insane. And he has same ability as Wanda, but if she's in play, you draw 3, which is really good. The only real downside is 9 hit points, but recovery 3 is fine. You know, normal, but 9 health is really his main downgrade. He does require a bit of setup, but one thing that makes him great is he works with any aspect perfectly. Certain characters are just better with their aspects. Like, she's better with aggression. He's better with justice. So he works with any, or even Zero Eyes. So you can do no aspects, just basic cards, and he's still amazing. And he has some cards in his kit to ready him, so you can just keep going. And, you know, up his attack, defense, and thwart. So he is a very good and consistent character. That's why he's at number 3. Number 2, I was debating on putting this one at number 1, but we have Ant-Man. Thwart 2, attack 1, and defense 2 in his tiny form. Puny Pest, after you change his form, remove threat from a scheme. His hands has 5 here, 12 health. And in his giant form, I'm doing the wrong way, that's why. Thor 1, attack 3, defensive 3. Giant Nooses, after you change, deal damage. Hand size 4. And you got Scott Lang. Response, after you change him, deal damage. But yeah, Ant-Man's really fun. Lots of changing. You can make very good decks with buying it. Like the Lay Down the Law card that comes with them with Justice is really good. I feel like he works pretty well with any aspect. I'm not sure about Protection. I just feel like Protection's one that's probably not the best for him, but he's really good and really fun to just keep flipping every single turn. That's what's most fun about him, is I really enjoy just the constant flipping. And that's what made me almost want to put him at number 1. But I thought about he can be a little difficult to play because you really have to strategize when to flip to each form and even if to flip to Alter Ego, but you kind of got to plan it. There's a little bit of strategy goes involved with that, but he's really good. And one of my favorite characters and one of the most fun characters in the game is definitely Ant-Man at number 2. Number 1, who in my opinion is besides Spider-Man, is probably the best character to start out and just pick up and play, is Captain America. Thor 2, attack 2, defense 2, 11 health. He can do this all day. Discard a card from your hand and ready him. And recovery 3, Living Legend. Reduce the first ally played each round by 1. It doesn't even have to be your ally. You can be going second and somebody else can do, another player can play an ally. If you're Steve Rogers, it's reduced by 1, which is great. And set up, search deck for a shield and put it in your hand and shuffle your deck. We'll search your deck and discard pile, but you know. Really good. Captain America is really powerful. You can just ready him with cards constantly, and he is really good. Captain America is really great character. I expected him to be good, but not as good as he was. Once I started playing around with him, I really fell in love with his character. So, yeah, he's really fun and one of the best characters, and the best character in the game, in my opinion, at least out of these that I've played. So, this is the full ranking of the 12 Marvel Champions heroes that I've played so far. Let me know if you agree with my list. Let me know if you disagree. Let me know how you would change the list. And yeah, I'll be doing probably updates of this as it goes. As you know, I get more heroes, and I kind of want to do some. Let me know if you want to see villain tier list. I kind of want to do some villain tier list and Nemesis sets and like obligation tier list. I kind of want to try that. So let me know if you want to see those, and see you guys later. Bye.